Spoiler warning for WandaVision, episodes 1 through 3. Hello, I'm the Infinity Earthquake spin-off enthusiast, and WandaVision is progressively getting better. I mean, it's been amazing the whole time, but it's still progressively getting better. The third episode of the show kind of revealed a bit about what Wanda, Sword, and Westview are up to. So here's my review and analysis of WandaVision episode 3, entitled Now in Color. Infinity's Harris. Infinity's Harris. I've got a video, so have some faith. I've got a video, and it's the 58th. Today's video is a review of a show-ish, but it is really fun. It's me on YouTube. Now we are in color and in review. Infinity's Harris. Infinity's Harris. The videos on this show vary by the channel. They're creative enough to always get seen. Now we are in color. You know what I mean? Infinity Theorist. I hope you like that theme song. I do not particularly enjoy making them, but I do like how they come out. Oh, by the way, some of my notes are from YouTube videos I saw. Actually, most of them are. So I just want to clear that up. Alright, so as always, let's start with those notes. The 70s style theme song had way too many hidden meanings for such an upbeat and catchy song. The tune reflects that of the theme from the Partridge Family. I won't play it here for copyright reasons, so just look it up on YouTube if you're curious. The lyrics, "We've got something cooking," could be referring to Wanda and Vision's twin sons, Billy and Tommy, who are later introduced in this episode. I saw this one in the comment section of a YouTube video, so be proud of me that it wasn't from an actual video. All the hexagons have to mean something, right? Maybe there's a hint to Mephisto, so he's essentially Marvel's devil, in case you didn't know. And there have been a lot of sixes everywhere, so... In the theme song, Herb gives Vision the same finger guns he gave him and Wanda after the performance in episode 2. So that's fun. On the cover of the book Vision's reading, something about pregnancy, there's a dark figure. Some say it's Mysterio, some say it's Mephisto. I personally don't know who it is, but I know it's important. Other than the Partridge Family, the theme song also takes a bit from the Brady Bunch, the 3x3 grid with the title in the middle. Only they use hexagons in WandaVision instead of squares. Vision says he has nerves of steel, which may actually be true because he's an android, so he's mostly made of metal. We see Wanda single-handedly create life 3 times in this episode. One, if you still think Vision's real, but he definitely isn't. The other time, besides the twins, was the butterflies. And that time was an accident. Wanda is way too powerful to be having a mental breakdown right now. Yet by herself, she accidentally creates life. I think that sets off a bit of red flags. Something's definitely wrong with not just Westview, but Wanda herself. Android, so he's mostly made of metal. Another thing was the newspaper Phil Jones was reading was talking about a new fire hydrant. But the way the paper was folded, it looked like it said Hydra. Yet again, a setup for an Into S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff. I find it interesting that the tape skipped back. It was almost like she couldn't handle the truth. The truth that Vision is fake, and she is probably torturing the people of Westview. Or the other way around. And yeah, she can't handle the truth that nothing is real. Yet again, a setup for an Into S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff. Which brings me to another AOS spinoff setup, the Hydra soap. Come on, at this point, they're just laughing in our faces. Hydra soap, sound familiar? How about the soap Colton was ranting about in the framework? See, I told you WandaVision would be like the framework. To be honest, I'm a little mad at myself for not catching this. This and most of the things on this list were from YouTube videos I saw, so yeah. And seriously, if I'm known for one thing, it would be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., specifically the framework arc. I don't get how this went over my head. What this does suggest, though, is that someone is controlling Wanda, because that's apparently what the soap does, according to Coulson. So let this be a lesson to you all. Make your own soap. The names Tommy and Billy are a reference to Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard, in the comics, the reincarnations of Wanda's children. They're also known as Wiccan and Speed. I guess they take after their mom and uncle for their powers. The quote,
Small towns, you know, so hard to escape.
is explaining what this pocket reality is doing to the residents of Westview. Not letting them leave. Wanda's bubble is keeping everyone inside of it. Kind of reminds me of Mabel's bubble from Gravity Falls. Ralph looks better in the dark could mean a Grim Reaper or a Mephisto sighting, so that's cool. When Wanda speaks about her brother, her accent reverts back slightly to Sokovian, and then she sings a Sokovian lullaby. Geraldine/Monica's necklace was a sword, kind of like the organization watching Wanda that she works for. Agnes says, "Stop it," in the same way Mrs. Hart does when her husband is choking. The aspect ratio, when we're back at the sword base, changes. But the way it changes is interesting. It suggests the MCU within the MCU isn't real. That's obviously true. The MCU isn't real, but I don't think anyone in universe would think that their reality wasn't real. The way it looks, it's like within the MCU is fake. If that makes sense. Anyway, at the end of the episode, the song "Daydream Believer" by the Monkees, another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spin-off setup from the trailer, plays. And that's all my notes. Just want to say here that yes, all the tape skips in this video were fake. I just want to clarify. Anyway, let's start the review session with the name review. Now in Color is the most clever title yet. It doesn't say much about the episode, but after the first 2 episodes, you start to understand that the point of the show is to not understand the point of the show. I'll give this title an 80 out of 100. As for the actual content, I really enjoyed how it revealed more mysteries. These new mysteries just give people like me more to talk about, which makes good videos. But it also gives people more questions. These questions keep viewers hooked. As a fellow filmmaker, I find this strategy to be perfect. As a viewer, well, it gets me both excited and angry. I want more! This episode also had its fair share of things that were out of place. From Herb's hedges to he was killed by Ultron. Wasn't he? This episode was probably the best so far. Wanda's showing hints of insanity and Vision's kind of scared of her. Geraldine/Monica was sent back to reality, which is supposed to make the audience scared of Wanda. And yeah, that's the basic recap. It was a very child-centric episode, focusing mostly on Wanda and her kids, but it was great. For that, I'll give it a raw score of 95 out of 100. So that averages out to 87.5 out of 100. I feel like we've had that score before, but still, it was a great episode. Alright, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, so you can see more WandaVision reviews and more cool videos like this. You can watch another video by clicking the cards on the screen right now, and you can also subscribe by clicking the little circle icon with the Infinity logo in it. So that's another way to subscribe. Alright, so that is everything I have for today. Goodbye.